Episodes, streams, session. This week's clusterfuck. Speaking of which, where the fuck's my notebook? That's what we're here for. Where is... Oh. No, not this week. We have finally set a date for the Homebrew Lab special. That's an announcement. We finally set a date. It's going to be on the 4th of July, starting at 7 o'clock in the evening, British BST. And we will be running for 3 hours, and I will be, Sarah and I will be joined by 3 guests, including friend and family of the show, Rob Ballantyne, and of course our own Feargus and Katie will also be joining us for that. So yes, that is an announcement that we can absolutely say now because we have finally set that date. You should not put that faith in me, but I'm glad I did. it's a We have messages in the chat. Oh, hey. That might be me. Sorry.
The announcement.
We missed the announcement. We missed our important announcement.
No, I wasn't muted.
God.
Hi Sam, sorry about that. Yep, I forgot to unmute my desktop audio, which meant that none of the stuff you guys were saying was coming through.
Yay!
I quit.
But the announcement still did come through, because I was the one that said that, and it is the 4th of July Homebrew Lab special with me and Sarah, Rob Ballantyne, Feargus and Katie. It's a 3-hour Homebrew Labs episode. It's going to be awesome, so definitely come check that out. And I'm very sorry for not unmuting everyone.
That's fine. Nobody heard my rambling at the beginning about...
Wait, so you were the only one people could hear?
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for making me look completely mental.
No, you do that by yourself, Fergus.
Yeah, you do that. You do it all on your own.
It's fine. Look, I had to set up the whole new thing, and it took ages.
No, it's fine.
So for the viewers out there, you missed Fergus calling this a clusterfuck, and I think we've just demonstrated that.
Yeah.
So yes, welcome to this week's clusterfuck on Everchosen. I'm so tired. I'm just exhausted. Let's
go down the pub, guys.
Yeah, special shout out also to Sarah, who has redesigned our frame for the stream and done this awesome background for us. So thank you, Sarah, for this.
It's really good.
Really
thank you.
Yeah.
But let's recap last session and just...
Oh, I don't even remember.
I missed it.
Yeah, so for Katie and those of you that did not see, last time our group made their way out of Midtown after the successful heist of the Salttown auction house. You required this strange cylindrical item for the collector, the underground crime boss that you have all kind of worked your way into his good graces. As you headed out of Midtown, you overheard some of the town's criers. Some were notifying the locals on the war to the south between the Nasari Empire and the Northern Alliance. There had apparently been a major battle fought close to the city of Riverton, with the northern forces coming out on top. There was also troubling news for a few of you, as news of a large orc raiding band sweeping down from the north, seemingly to try and take advantage of the disruption and chaos from the war, which caught the ears of a few of your party members. But apart from that, you made your way out of Midtown without any issue. And that night, while you were camping, Marina cast Identify on the artifact you had acquired. And finding it to be an artifact known as the Folding Kingdom of Zimmit, the Eternal Sun. Open it up, it seemed to be a strange map that seemed to show the continent, though the towns and cities depicted didn't match up to any map that you knew, seemingly from a long time ago. They're looking at the star chart that came with it. It seemed like a modern star chart, so
damn.
You guys don't seem to know. Oh, have we been moved around?
Yes, because Chris reset his screen. Give me 1 second. I need to.
I would do that.
I will continue on with the recap then while Matt sorts that out for everybody. The next day on the road south, you came across an overturned car and what seemed like the site of an ambush. As you were investigating, you found that while it looked like an ambush, there were no signs of a fight. And as you were sort of digging deeper into this strange mystery, you were attacked by a band of orc raiders. They'd seemingly set up this trap to catch any travelers unawares. Killing most of these orcs, you followed the last one that seemed to have run to a small camp just off the road and found evidence that several orc tribes, the Iron Fists, the Blood Hunt, and the Great Chain seem to have come together and united under one banner. Looking around, Hubert recognized one of these symbols. The Iron Fist. The tribe of his father.
God damn this thing.
And one that he is very familiar with. And we pick up, as you guys are looking at these tents with these symbols on them. What would you guys like to do?
So did Hubert just literally recognize it?
Yeah, you recognize the kind of the symbology of your former tribe, the sort of the silver colored fist that is the symbol of your, as I said, your father's tribe, and it's mixed in with the symbology of the other two tribes. It's kind of surrounded by this thick chain, and it's set on a field of red, which is the symbology of the Blood Hunt and the Great Chain, the other two big orc tribes.
I imagine I would start to panic.
No, it's okay, buddy. It's okay.
Like Hubert just starts pacing, and he's like holding his holy symbol for the daughter, and is just pacing, and is just like he doesn't really know what to do, just a bit beside himself, really.
At this point, have we burned down the tents?
No, you have not.
Okay.
And Maris recognised the symbol was one of those symbols was familiar to him, but
yeah, the same symbol that was familiar to Hubert, that of the Iron Fist.
So, I don't know what this means to you guys. I just know that it's like a combination of different orc tribes.
Means we're in a lot of trouble if they're banding together.
yeah.
That's true. I don't like the thought of orcs being organized. That's a scary notion.
Is there anything around the camp that might indicate some larger, where they might have come from, who else they might be working with?
Make a survival check.
16.
Okay. You don't see any signs of you don't find any evidence of sort of larger orc tribes, or how they came together, but you do see a set of heavy footprints heading deeper off into the woods.
Wait, is this the guy we let go?
That would be my guess.
I don't think we meant to let him go.
If it is ongoing,
Want to go find him and kill him?
I'll
I
follow
can't
him
get to
and
that.
find out where the rest are, and stop this happening to other people.
Works for me.
Yeah, I think Hubert might need to do a wisdom save,
Okay.
like because this is
why would you invoke that up?
No.
because this is that panicky situation.
Yeah. No,
But,
definitely.
But like this is like it took him by surprise, and yeah. He did good. 19.
Okay. You don't feel the rage, Hubert.
Yeah.
You just feel sheer panic.
Hmm.
The thought that your father's tribe has come together with the others is a terrifying thought, and not knowing whether your father's tribe is at the top of this pile or at the bottom or somewhere in the middle is even more frightening.
So he does. So what happened last week to Bastard Cat?
Bastard Cat is still with you.
Yeah, someone.
You think Hubert had him the whole time?
Hubert put him on Marina's chest at one point after she got hit, and she wasn't super comfortable with that because it's a very mangy, smelly cat.
With one eye.
BC, don't be mean to him, her, it, just because him, her, it has had a rough life.
No, Hubert can relate to the cat, so.
I can't help being a little bit offended that you thought that cat was me.
I mean, you look identical, so.
I mean, it was the ginger cat, so it was the only ginger cat there. So, ginger cat equals Kez cat.
I get it.
So
I'm a little bit offended.
So Hubert identifies creatures and people based on one distinctive feature about them.
Yeah,
that's what he remembers. Yeah. So Hubert will probably be like just stroking Bastard Cat. And try not to pay too much attention, just not trying to think too much. It hurts him to think too much.
Okay.
I think at the moment I still have 30 chickens, right?
Did you summon them?
Yeah.
I think I summoned 30 this morning, but I can't remember.
You still got 30 left. Yeah.
But assuming I have 30 chickens, I'm going to pick up a chicken and put it on Hubert's shoulder.
That makes my image of the fight scene a lot funnier.
I still want my 60 chicken tokens.
You're not getting them.
Hubert brushes the chicken off his
Right.
shoulder and like looks at Free like no fake chicken, no help.
All right, I was just trying to do something nice. Look where it gets me.
You how would Hubert say this? You nice, very strange.
Well, thanks, I guess.
Hubert, is there anything you want to say to the cat, the BT?
Good cat.
I was going to cast Speak with Animals and just tell BT to look after Hubert, and we'll give him lots of fish and milk.
Okay, BC kind of looks at you and goes, and then kind of like curls up around Hubert's neck like a scarf.
I will say, if it seems like we're getting into trouble, then you can run away and then come back when it's clear.
He nods and acknowledges.
So, I mean, big guy's got a cat scarf. What the hell do we do now?
I imagine Hubert's tail is stroking the cat.
I mean,
love
Hubert and Maris, you seem closer to this than any of us. Would you want to go and follow them and investigate more? Or do you want to forget all of this?
No need asking again. I'm going. I'll just start walking off into the woods.
And Hubert's like,
So you're following the tracks.
bad news. Bad news.
All right. I
Okay,
guess
found a
let's-
truck.
I'm coming with you.
I might finally get to fireball someone.
I guess we're
Hubert will
following-
go.
We're following orcs. Okay.
We don't have a deadline for the collector, do we?
No.
No, but he just said as soon as possible, really.
Yeah, so this might get us killed either by orcs or by the angry collector who may or may not be a dragon. So all in all, this is a terrible idea. Let's go.
When is everything we ever do ever a good idea?
I literally just said we should go. Don't come at me like this.
Oh, your ideas are good, John. But then you don't do it.
Excuse me. My idea to hotbox the auction house worked, didn't it?
Surprise!
There was no sarcasm. You did mean it. Some,
Oh.
a very tiny subset of your ideas are good.
The circus idea would have worked amazingly.
The only flaw with the
Yes.
circus idea was that it meant that we would have to pretend to be a circus, and none of us have any performance skills whatsoever,
Excuse me.
except for
I
Frey.
pretended to be a dead person under a tree, didn't I?
That was a
No, just
No.
trapped. You weren't dead.
Same thing.
It's definitely not, and I feel like for you, we need to make that distinction very clear. The distinction between being trapped and being dead are very, very different.
Not in my world.
Trapped is when you get your arm stuck in a hole because someone bet you 50 gold that you couldn't fit it in the hole.
Why do I feel like
What
that's a
kind of life do
real
you
life
have?
example?
Did you get the 50 gold?
I did indeed. Yeah.
What is wrong with you? And that's coming from me.
You still have an arm. That's remarkable.
Probably not for much longer if Frey just kind of twirls the dagger around.
Let's
Anyway, we should probably go before Maris gets too far ahead.
let's go and
Yeah.
Gone.
Maris was just walking.
let's go and stop our blood hunter from getting himself killed. And yeah,
Okay.
Right.
So
Maris, do you think you'd be better at tracking these guys? Or should I give it a go? I don't know, do you get
Two
it?
eyes. 2 heads better than one. Can both have a look.
Yeah, true.
okay, so you can either Maris or Kez roll a survival with advantage, please.
I've got +4 on survival.
I have, if this is forest, I have a +8.
It is a forest,
Well,
yes.
Because forest is my favorite terrain, so I get double my proficiency.
You may take this one.
Survival is a 22.
Yeah, for Kez, for you, following these tracks is easy. The orc that made them obviously heavy, and with the recent bout of rains and weather that you guys have had, the ground is still quite sodden, and so following these footprints is easy. And they seem to head deeper into the forest. How far do you want to follow these tracks? Are you?
Maris has got it in his head that he'll hunt him down till he kills him.
I was gonna say I think we've never seen Marisk so determined to do anything.
Okay. So these tracks go on for a while. Sort of the first hour goes by. And the second and third follow quickly. Fourth hour.
Can I just tell it, are we gaining or is he, can I tell how far ahead the person we're tracking is?
He looks to be maybe half an hour ahead of you.
So it's a hot trail.
Yeah, it's a long trail. By hour 4, you start to see the sun starting to get a bit low. And as you're kind of reaching the 5th hour of tracking this orc, you suddenly come to a valley, a small, shallow valley. And in the middle, you can see a clearing. And in the clearing, there looks to be a camp of some kind. You can see the glow of fires, smoke rising up from a dozen or so of these small fires. You can hear on the air the sound of shouting, laughing, music.
Does Hubert recognize the music?
Yeah, you've heard some of these songs being played. They're typical tribal songs. It's mostly drums and horns, though you do get the occasional sort of badly played string instrument in there. But yeah, you would recognize some of these songs. You can't, from this height, you can't quite tell how big the camp is, as it's partly obscured by woods. Though judging by the amount of fires, it looks to be sizable.
So how far out are we? Like 500 feet?
You're maybe, the valley's maybe 50 feet deep, and you're maybe 100 or so feet kind of out. So there's the valley, and then you're maybe 150 feet away from it.
And do we get a sense, where are we in relation to Midtown? If we went south from Midtown, and then did we go back north?
It went a little bit north, a little bit west. Yeah, so you're maybe half a day's travel from Midtown, kind of south.
Okay, so we've
southwest
undone
from
our day's travel.
Yeah, essentially you've undone your day's travel.
Well,
That's
I'm not stupid, as much as I don't want to see any of them down there alive for much longer. I think there's probably too many down there to handle.
Even if I fireball them?
How many fireballs can you do in 10 seconds?
In 10 seconds,
one.
like 1.5.
What meta magic do you have?
Well, I can regain sorcery point. I can regain spell slots, actually.
You can regain spell slots, yeah, and you can
Maybe,
do meta magics. But even if you had quicken spell, you still can't do more than one spell.
But twin spell, if you have twin spell, you can do.
Twin spell requires.
You can't use that
yeah,
one.
it needs to be a targeted spell for a twin spell.
Sorry.
Which we all know I don't have because I keep injuring everyone.
Yeah. Fireball is an area effect.
Yeah.
If you could twin fireball, that would be so broken.
That would be amazing.
No, it wouldn't.
That'd be OP.
Stop it. Stop it.
It would be really bad.
Yeah, probably.
So I can do 1 fireball in 10 seconds to answer your question properly. I can do 3 overall. No, maybe 2.
I do feel inclined to scout it out and see if I can count how many there are.
I can turn you.
I feel inclined to do that.
I could turn you invisible if you want. I would be remiss to turn more than one person invisible just because I don't have. I've only got one more 3rd level spell slot, and if something goes wrong tonight, I'd rather have that. But
It's fine.
I can turn you invisible.
I will go. It's my fight. I brought us this far.
Okay. Marina takes out her piece of gum and creates her little window, and then pushes it towards Marisk, and he vanishes.
Okay. So Marisk, you want to scout out the camp?
Yeah, count up. Who,
Okay.
what, when, where, how many?
Okay. Could you make me a stealth check with advantage then, please, as you sneak towards the camp?
First one's a natural 20, and the second one's a 2. So, so 23.
Okay. As you sneak closer to the camp, you can see it's maybe 600 feet or so in diameter. Just from your approach and kind of counting the fires, you think there's maybe 50 or 60 tents, maybe 2 or 3 orcs to a tent. And as you kind of get closer, you see that there seem to be patrols around the outside of this.
Right. Soon, yeah, I'll pull straight back.
So you head back.
That's way outside our abilities down there. And that's going to cause a lot of problems for someone soon.
Yeah.
There's 50, 60 tents, 3 or 4 a tent.
Ouch.
Do we know of any which city would have kind of jurisdiction over this particular area in regards to who would be of which city would be of interest that would be interested in this area in particular?
Midtown's the closest.
Midtown's the closest.
Yeah.
We didn't meet. Did we? We didn't meet any officials in Midtown or any secure guards or anything.
No, you met members of the city guard, or at least you saw members of the city guard. You didn't meet any officials.
Didn't meet any officials.
No.
Okay.
We ain't gonna have to go back to Midtown, are we?
No. I was thinking I could send a message to someone.
Yes.
What about them guards at the auction house? Dipshit and Dipshit 2.
The Queen would probably be interested to know and know what to do with it.
I could message. I'm not the Queen necessarily, but
one of her advisors.
One of her advisors.
Message the advisor that
They have a different kingdom.
Is this the part of the same kingdom that we?
No. Midtown is within the Kingdom of Bol, which is the sort of the next kingdom up.
Midtown, the capital.
From. No. So there's the Kingdom of Loria, where you started your adventures, and then Bol's sort of the next kingdom up, northern-wise.
So there's a big alliance between all the kingdoms.
Yeah.
They don't share guard or...
No, each kingdom is its own independent state. Marina, you would know that the alliance is purely a military one, so that if any of the southern powers attack, all of the kingdoms come together to...
They have a defense pact, but nothing. Nothing more.
Yeah, and nothing more. It is... though you would know, Marina, the capital of bowl would be. Let me just look at. It would be. Winter's Rest.
Winter's Rest.
Yeah. Winter Set. Sorry, Winter Set would be the capital of bowl.
Okay, we don't know anyone there though.
No.
Cool. I think then Marina might just pull out her length of copper wire and wrap it round her ear, and then cast send a message to one of the guards that we ran into in Midtown.
Okay.
She'll just kind of like pick one of them because we didn't really get any like officials or any names or anything, so she'll just hope that's enough. So she'll send a message and say, "Sorry for the intrusion. There is an orc camp near Midtown. If you head out onto the road west until you see crashed carts and then head north.
Yeah.
Half a day travel."
Okay. There is no reply.
Okay. She just goes, "Hope that's enough." Shall we get clear of here then?
Yeah, I ain't staying around to fight these things. Let's head south and get our money.
Well, let's get back on the road, I guess.
Right, it's dark now, right? We need to.
It's getting dark. You're maybe an hour away from sunset. It's about. I know you're probably maybe more. You're 2 hours away from sunset. It's kind of 5 in the afternoon. So you'd probably be able to get about halfway to the road before the sun goes down.
That's fine. Better than nothing. Let's just get as much distance away from these orcs as we can. We don't want them stumbling upon us in the night.
Yeah. Want to put some distance between us and them.
Yep.
And probably not back the way we came either.
Yeah, let's. Because you'll have a good sense of direction. If we're the road is out west, we've headed north, so let's kind of head towards the southwest and then kind of catch up with the road a bit further along.
We'll try and get into the road, yeah. So that would be that way.
Cool. No, that's easy enough for you guys to do, Kez.
Don't need to roll that.
No. You're pretty familiar with
getting close to sunset. You can just kind of go, okay, well the sun's that way, so we go that way.
Yeah, you're pretty good at finding your way through woods and forests.
Not west, east. I'm thinking of the wrong way around.
Have a tiny little question. We were able to track that guy because it was incredibly easy with the mud and the rain and all of that.
What's say it was that easy.
Kez is very good at tracking, and
it was hard.
I'm pretty sure that they're not going to work out that there's 6 people tramping around near their camp, including 2 half-orcs who will leave a sizable footprint.
That's a good point. I could try and cover our tracks.
Maybe.
Yeah, either way, let's not hang about, and we'll do our best to be
Are you trying to cover your tracks?
I would say try to cover our tracks for the first half hour
Okay.
and then carry on normally.
So
Yeah.
covering your tracks will slow you down.
Mhm.
So you'll probably make it maybe you won't make it quite halfway to the road before sunset sets. Could whoever is covering the tracks roll a I'm going to say this will be survival as well.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Kez.
I'll do it.
Well, if Kez is trying to both find the way and
I pointed in a direction that I thought was on the way to the road, and then
Yeah, we're just walking in a straight line that way.
okay.
That way. I don't know where we are.
So okay, no, that's fine. So
it
Kez,
doesn't
you
need to
can.
be optimal, just in the rough direction.
Okay, no, that's fine. So you won't be rolling with disadvantage then, because you're not trying to lead the party in the right direction and cover your tracks.
And we don't need direction anymore. We know where we're going, right, guys?
Without disadvantage is 28. 24, sorry.
What?
Yeah, no, you feel pretty confident that you've covered your tracks very well.
I'm afraid you definitely need direction.
Rude. Don't make me come over there.
We think we've already... Okay, like, let's not do this now.
Yeah, no, fun. Don't forget we have to cover the tracks of 30 illusory chickens.
Weirdly, the illusionary chickens don't leave tracks.
Part of
Fantastic.
my covering the tracks is killing chickens.
You can't kill my chicken, right? I will set you on fire, I promise.
I'll try.
We covered up our... How did they find us? We covered up our tracks with this trail of dead chickens.
Except the chickens disappear.
Yeah,
so...
I know.
But that would be funny. Yes, subtlety.
So we couldn't find any tracks, but we did find these 30 dead chickens.
All leading in one specific direction.
They were all going in a line. It was very strange. But no, so you guys managed. You guys managed to make your way not quite halfway to the road in the time that you make.
But is it still quite thick forest?
It's not super thick. It's sort of patchy. There are bits that are quite dense, and there are other bits that are a bit more spaced out and open. If you want, you can push on through the beginnings of the night and trying to make it to the road and find a campsite. You
Can I get a
you run.
sense of...
I feel like the guy who is like our tracker and leading us isn't able to see in the dark. Maybe we should.
I have night vision goggles.
Oh, you have night vision goggles now, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, when did you get night vision goggles?
I bought them in Rivia.
Wrists now.
Wrist.
Yeah, you bought them in Risk
I bought
ages
them in
ago.
Risk. When we got the... No, it was after the bag of holding. Yeah.
Yeah, you bought
Did we
them.
get the
You,
bag of holding in
Henry's-
Burgate?
Sorry?
No, we got that in wrists.
Did we?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got it when we arrived in wrists.
I don't remember because you never let me hold the damn thing.
I remember because we upended it and this crockery came out and he charged us for that, even though we'd already bought the bag of holding and everything inside it. Very rude.
Be
Okay, that's
stingy.
So,
Mr. Night Vision Goggles, do you want
anyway,
to?
so I can't see in the dark, but can I get a sense, do I know how dangerous this forest would be at night compared to the road? That one spot we keep getting attacked.
These aren't the forests you're used to. The forests you kind of grew up in were a lot further to the south and more mountainous. And while the wildlife is very similar, there are things that live up in the north that don't live down south, that you have no idea of their nighttime activities. And so you can't be 100% certain.
We'll have the dome.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
we keep getting attacked on the road, so maybe we should go off road, and that might be the
Must
secret
change,
to not
yeah.
getting attacked every night.
I mean, I don't think it's going to reduce our chances of getting attacked, but we'll have the hut anyway, so we don't. It's not too bad.
I mean, the thing I was just going to say is if you did want to push on to the road, you would just run the risk of exhaustion.
Yeah, I'm all good with sleeping.
Yep.
Okay. So Marina puts up her dome.
Yep. And I do the alarm as well outside of it, and then do the dome, and we have a nice, warm, safe place. I make sure the dome is just like, it's just a jet black dome so that it stays hidden in the darkness.
Okay.
Aside from the 30 chickens surrounding it.
Those will
Oh,
disappear.
27
Well,
brings 3 in with her.
They disappear at midnight.
I was gonna
It's not
say
enough
if they're outside before Hubert gets in, he will go pop them all. before
No!
he because
Why
he think
so mean to my chickens?
well because they're gonna keep him awake, and also he did it before, so I guess he thinks that's what should be done.
You can see Frey like seething in the corner,
Just a quick.
whirling the dagger slowly in her hand as you pop her chickens.
I mean, if it's
Again-
close to midnight, you could probably summon in another 30 just to annoy you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would.
What, inside the
But if I
dome?
do it inside, then it breaks the dome, right?
No,
No.
it would only break the dome if Marina stepped outside.
Yeah, or if I let them inside. By which, FYI, you don't get to choose what comes in the dome. I do, and chickens are not coming in the dome.
What if I carry them in?
They will get stuck against the
Yeah,
barrier of the dome.
if you tried to carry one of the chickens in, it is physically unable to come in.
Yeah.
Which is why Hubert pops them.
You're so mean.
They
Frey
are.
will sleep outside with her chickens.
There are other things outside free, and we're not necessarily going to run out if things go wrong.
Hubert, this has been quite a traumatic experience for Hubert. And at the camp, he basically like freaked out, turned his back on the camp, and was just like talking to BC the whole time, and then just kind of walked in a daze with you guys, not really present.
Marina will see Hubert being just kind of distant and not necessarily quieter than usual, because obviously he's always quiet, but just she knows Hubert well enough by now and can probably tell that he's not feeling alright, and so she'll kind of like walk over and sit with him. Just gonna rest her head on his shoulder. He's like, "Hey, buddy." And
He'll just pat Marina's shoulder. Hey.
I'm not gonna pretend to know what's going on. But
Very bad news.
yeah, I got that. But you know that we're here for you, right? You know,
You just
we'll help to keep the bad stuff away. At least we'll try to.
very bad news. And that's really all he can he can't really articulate why.
She'll just kind of sit quietly with him and do that. Yeah, that's what she's going to do that evening.
Are you guys posting a watch?
Mhm.
Okay. Who's taking the
I'll
first
go
watch?
first.
All happy.
Also, while we're setting up the dome, I'll go catch some food for everyone.
Yeah, that's fine. So can Kez and John
Mhm.
please make me both perception checks?
Ooh,
21.
that's a dirty 20.
As you both sit up, staring out of Marina's dome, just kind of thinking on the day's events. You've both never seen Marisk so determined before. And Hubert seemed a bit more distressed than usual. You don't see anything. You can hear the wildlife around you, sort of the nighttime wildlife come alive. You can hear owls hooting off in the distance, the rustle of nocturnal mammals in the underbrush. You hear far off in the distance the howling of wolves.
Hey. I've never seen Marisk like that. I mean, he's always seemed like a bit of a chill out bloke.
Yeah.
Still.
Don't really know what to do in these sorts of situations.
I usually just drink and it fades away. Don't know if that's healthy, but you know, it doesn't matter. I was raised in a tavern, that's all I know.
It's one option.
It's the best option.
Before I go to sleep, I will cast Detect Planar Portal.
Okay. You don't detect a plane portal within a mile of your location.
That wording is suspicious.
Sorry?
That wording is suspicious.
Well, that's the ability.
Yes, I'm aware, but the way you emphasize the mile of your location, that's like, but 1.1 miles, demons.
That's just a little GMing trick to upset people, right?
And, well, it
Response to
worked.
that,
It's like you don't see any traps.
Yeah.
in response to that, I will cast Primeval Awareness to see if there are any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae fiend, or undead, within a mile. There is more than a mile. That's not going to help. So therefore,
No.
But no, this is my favorite terrain, so I can detect it within 6 miles.
Or what? Portals or?
No, just.
Okay.
Okay.
You detect 5.
Doesn't reveal the location or number.
No.
Just what it is, I guess.
You don't detect anything.
Yeah.
That's reassuring. I can't
Sounds
see.
good.
But your watch goes by. Who's taking second watch?
I will.
Okay, 3.
I'll take last.
Okay, so 3. Could you make me a perception check, please?
Get off my dice tray. No, because the cat's trying to use my dice tray to nap. Oh, I rolled a nat 1. With my bonus, that's a 3. Oh, God.
You don't see anything or hear anything. You're kind of just a bit distracted, really.
Sharpening knives.
Yeah, you're a bit regretful that your chickens can't come in. You're kind of focused on that.
I summon 30 more chickens.
They appear outside the dome.
I have chickens now.
Hubert, as your friends are sleeping, or taking watch. And as you're kind of falling asleep, thinking about the day that's just gone, the fight, finding evidence that your former tribe is moving south and has gotten bigger, you fall asleep and you find yourself floating in an endless void, bodiless. And despite the day that's gone by, it's calm, peaceful. You kind of feel your mind relax and just float there. And as you close your eyes and relish in this peace of mind, you suddenly feel a warm breeze on your face. Breathe in and the smell of fresh flowers and of summer fills your nostrils. You open them and find yourself in what looks like a beautifully tended garden. You hear the sound of children playing off in the distance, and you recognize their laughter. Your half-brother and what sounds like your cousin. The sky above you is clear and blue, and you're sitting on a bench beneath the grand oak tree that sits at the bottom of your family's garden, the leaves shading you from the sun. Your book by your side, just some light reading that you're enjoying. The chill of your silver chain around your neck with the golden symbol of the daughter in the family, comforting. And as you're kind of sat there, enjoying this tranquility, you hear a woman's voice calling you. Your mother's voice. She seems to be calling you to separate your half-brother and cousin. As you look up, you can see her walking towards you, that her face is slightly obscured by the glare of the sun and her hair in front of her face. And as you go to call out to her and stand up, the vision freezes and slowly starts to melt away. And as it does, you hear another voice, soft, familiar. This was the life you should have had if things were different. But like the leaves falling off the trees in autumn, and the leaves dying in winter, the way of things is the way of things. But the leaves will always come back. Winter will always become autumn. Autumn will always become summer. I showed you this so that you might see that deep down, if you reach far enough, there is a champion of justice within you. All you have to do is take the first step towards spring and away from the winter's night. And the rest of the vision melts and you return to the void, but it's calm and peaceful, and you still feel that summer breeze on your face. Marina, did you say you were taking the last watch?
Yep.
Could you please make me a perception check?
12.
Okay. Your watch goes past without much effort. And as the sun starts to rise, your dome fades, and everybody awakes after a long rest.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
You guys finish off the meal that Kez caught for you last night and head back onto the road. And I will need somebody to roll me a d20.
You mean my rolls are terrible?
That's a 19.
A 19, okay. Your day's journey is rather pleasant. The sun appears to be out, and though the temperature is definitely a lot colder than it has been, it is a clear day. And with that, you make good progress. If there's anything anybody would like to do on this journey, you can do. But apart from that, you guys make it to your next day's camp.
Hubert is going to go to Marina and ask, where is Spring?
Where is Spring? As I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Is there anyone holding a map?
No.
We
You guys do have I think you bought a map of Loria.
Yeah, we did get a map or something. I don't quite know what you mean, buddy. Spring. Do you mean like a spring, like a water spring, or
Where is place Spring?
a place spring? Spring isn't really a specific place. Do you mean the season? You like when the plants grow and the flowers grow? Is that what you mean?
Well, how do I step towards Spring? What direction is Spring?
I don't think it's a physical direction. I don't think it's a place. It's spring is a time. It's a time of year. To step towards. Who told you to step towards spring?
So Hubert would have recognized the voice, yes.
Yeah, it's the same voice that you've been hearing for a while.
So the daughter said, step towards spring.
Step towards
so
spring.
Springtime?
Spring is a time. What season are we in at the moment, Ferg?
It's kind of late autumn.
Late autumn. So there's a few months. We've got a few months still until spring. But spring will be a time. But spring usually is used as a metaphor I know. As I'm saying it, I realize, but it's a symbol. It's like a symbol that means new or rebirth.
How one reborn?
Oh, I mean, it's not like an actual birth. It's
Well,
when I say rebirth, it's like someone who's had a really hard life, like you have, deciding to put that life behind them and start again, to not let the bad stuff from the past hurt them anymore and start over with something new. Maybe that's what she meant.
Can time move fast?
I mean, it can, but that usually requires traveling to other planes, which is quite tricky and dangerous. But time will happen as it needs to happen, and I've got the books from that house that we went to with the magic doors. I've got my books from there, and I'm going to read up on that because that was all to do with time, and maybe we'll have some answers there, and we might be able to speed up time or move through time.
So Hubert, start new, change past.
Yeah. Hubert starts anew and not necessarily, not really change past, but realize that you can't change the past. And you know that you can't change the past, and so you just have to accept that it happened and move on from it.
Well, Marina.
I know, it's like
It's like debating philosophy with a 3-year-old.
I feel so bad that Marina is the one that has to explain metaphors to Hubert.
So now Hubert thinks that there's a way to change the past.
No, specifically, there is not a way to change the past, and you have to accept what happened and move on from it and not let it affect you anymore.
Frey just be in the background rolling her eyes at all this.
Hubert, don't let things happen. Things happen.
I know, and bad things do happen, but we can't stop bad things from happening. But what we can change is how we react to them.
Hubert need think.
Yeah.
And he just like Hubert thinking is a very painful process.
It's okay, buddy. I want to help as much as I can.
He pats Marina on the head in the like.
Marina's now the group therapist.
Oh, she always
sounded
was.
like a therapy
For
session.
a while, I think she has.
Yeah.
Marina's been the group therapist for
forever.
From the beginning.
Since she joined it.
Yeah.
Because it turned out before she joined, no one talked to each other.
Well, we just wandered around.
No, it was very much a group of people that did not talk to one another and just wandered around.
Hey, I thought I talked to you guys. Like, I didn't mean to just drop the Hitman thing on you. I actually thought I told you.
Frey may have talked to the team, but she didn't talk about the things that were really important, and she didn't actually start doing that until she forgot that Marina could speak Infernal.
Yeah, that really screwed me over.
That
And you,
was-
like, I love how Marina just hasn't mentioned it. Like, oh, okay, that's what happened.
No,
Cool.
she respects you. She respects Frey.
Why? Ray's a horrible person. Why do you
Well, she accepts that too. But
Marina's fantastic. I would be friends
Yeah.
with her.
Yeah, but Marina, there's going to be something that happens. She does not like restrictions put on knowledge.
no, she does not. She is very adamant that that knowledge should be made free and accessible to everyone.
Sometimes I wish Hubert was scheming because he would encourage Marina to steal all the books.
Gonna do the whole
Make
Kaiser
them-
Soze
listen,
thing.
Yeah.
Suddenly
Oh, Kaiser
straighten up,
Soze.
lose all the dumb.
I've said it once, I'll say it again. I only have one goal for this campaign, and it is to make every player cry at least once about their character.
I've been this close several times with Hubert.
So,
I haven't been close at all.
I'm waiting to break everybody,
On
and
the,
then
on the edge.
I think if anything would make John cry, it'd be going to a town and saying, right, let's go to the local tavern, and the guards going, oh no, there's no alcohol here. John going, what?
We have prohibition.
Prohibition here.
I think
What is
that
happening to me?
I think that Fergus's goal is to have every player cry.
Every player cry.
Yeah, how do we do that to you?
I do like the idea of John becoming a bootlegger though. It's
Don't
making
worry,
it
I
like a
know-
prohibition town.
listen,
We start a speakeasy.
Yeah.
100% see that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
As I say, I don't think I've ever played in a game where there was actual therapy sessions for the characters.
We need it though. We're all
It's-
horribly traumatized.
This is D&D on a completely different level.
Yeah, everyone is.
This is different level D&D.
Everyone
This is
has
way too
trauma.
relatable.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be escaping from my problems, not indulging them in a fictional setting. It's great fun though.
So we.
Oh yeah.
I finally.
I
get
know
some,
that's how I feel too.
I finally get some good portent rolls, and we don't even have an encounter this day.
oh,
Not an
the
encounter
day's
yet.
The day's not over yet.
That's true. The day is not over yet.
As Marisk is walking ahead of everyone slightly, and not without looking at everyone, just carry on walking. And I'm sorry, I was rash yesterday. Wasn't thinking that could have ended badly. Hubert, I know that situation wasn't easy for you.
So Hubert doesn't know what you recognize, and you don't know what Hubert recognized.
No.
Okay.
We both had a reaction. I don't know whether I'd noticed well, I don't know whether your reaction was just to orcs.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But didn't Hubert roll up his sleeve and reveal a brand with that mark?
Oh.
yeah.
You did.
Oh
you
yeah, I
guys-
missed that part.
You guys do, yeah. You guys.
So we know what Hubert would recognise.
So Hubert did roll up his sleeve and show you all a clenched fist brand, very similar to the symbol of the clenched fist that seemed to represent the iron fists. So you would know that he's got some affiliation
Oh, okay.
past to that particular orc clan.
All right. So Hubert will say in a really low voice to Marisk, past tribe.
I understand, and I don't blame you. I'm just having a hard time in my head separating the two things.
You know, like, did you like? Because I missed last week. I don't know like what you revealed to
It
the
was
group.
literally an EastEnders ending.
Yeah.
Was it?
You had a tap. Do.
Oh right, okay. So up until this
We're all
point,
screaming.
like we don't know why you're so adamant about it.
No.
No.
Maris did not reveal why he
Yeah.
seemed very upset to see that particular symbol and that particular brand.
He says, you know, tribe?
Not personally. I'm more the result of your tribe's actions.
Not my tribe.
Okay.
You, my tribe.
It's good enough for me.
But bad. Bad.
Yes, bad. That's why I'm angry. I'm not angry with you.
Hubert didn't think that Marisk was angry with him. So he just shrugs. Bad tribe. Mean.
Why did you leave?
Me banished.
What did you do wrong? Or right?
Hubert go to dark place when Wake tribe dead.
You killed someone in your tribe?
Lots of someone.
Okay. Makes me slightly more worried about your statement that we're now your tribe, but I'll overlook that.
Yeah, we gonna die.
But you would probably know what Hubert meant by dark place.
Yeah.
They push Hubert in dark place.
And Hubert fought back.
Hubert no remember.
Well, we'll keep you out of the dark places as best we can.
At this, he like pats your back as Hubert does, quite hard. Hubert no. New tribe, safe tribe.
Don't stand in front of Frey. You'll be all right.
Yeah, Hubert's laugh.
Okay. If we come across your tribe again, I won't expect you to be part of it.
Hubert fear no control if tribe appear.
Well, I can't guarantee I'd have control either. So that would make two of us.
They bad tribe. Very big now.
Yes, that's worrying. Anyway, let's get this weird item back to its owner and have a drink somewhere.
For a second, Hubert thinks Marisk is talking about BC, and like so he like kind of like looks at him like, and BC starts stroking BC like.
No, not the cat. The thing that we stole. You can keep the cat.
We borrowed.
No, John, we stole. We don't intend to give it back.
No.
Absolutely behind the idea of a drink, though. I mean, I came up north to escape family drama and all that stuff, not get caught up in someone else's. Give me a drink, please.
You family too, Frey.
My what?
You family too.
I'm your family?
You
Yeah.
tribe.
I don't do family.
Well,
Oh, I was about to say something, but it would come across as like highly inappropriate.
Oh god, I'm intrigued now. You have to tell us.
Hubert would have been like, because you said you don't do family, and Hubert would like be like, family do you,
Bloody hope
which
not.
is like really bad. Doesn't come across well, but that's why I stopped. But you may,
you know,
I see what human means, but then
yeah,
no.
yeah. Coming from Hubert, it means nothing.
Yeah, like we know he'd be too innocent to mean the other thing, but
yeah.
yeah, family is just a waste of time.
Well, it's a bit too late for that, Frey, because we're all here. Like it,
Right.
like it or not, and I know you do.
Stop doing that. Stop trying to get me to like you guys. It's bloody working, and I don't like it.
Frey, it's not working. It's worked. You like us. It's done. Like, you can't take it back now.
Yeah, and that
Any sane
terrifies
person that
me.
didn't like us would have left.
In case you haven't noticed, that scares the crap out of me. So thank you very much for that.
I know it does. But we all look out for each other.
I mean, I try not to kill you guys.
And most of the time you succeed.
So,
Sometimes.
aside from a couple of misplaced ice knives, I believe, is the problem.
Yeah, but it's gotten better.
I'm learning, okay? I'm trying my best. I'm just useless at this. Literally, before you guys, I never had friends.
Not even drinking buddies.
That's a very different thing.
Marina just hugs Frey.
Oh no.
Frey doesn't know what to do when you do this.
I imagine Frey standing like a pencil, like looking down, like
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Here it is. Marina knows that Frey doesn't know what to do when she does this, and so she keeps doing it.
she's so huggy.
She is.
As a player, I love it. As a character, I'm like freaking out. Like, oh my god, what is happening?
You all have these wonderful moments on your continual journey south, and as you make camp that night, Marina, you put up your dome. Kez, I'm guessing you're doing your detect planar portal.
Which seems to bother you a little bit there.
Something doesn't bother me.
Feargus built an entire campaign about surprising us with planar portals, and Chris has screwed him with one ability.
I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered by it.
Well, I haven't found a planar portal yet.
You ruined my surprise.
I mean, we did technically find the planar portal.
I'm not bothered by Hubert popping all my chickens.
Yeah, and technically you have found a planar portal in the house of the wizard.
Yeah.
And also the one in the cultist base.
Yeah, the one in the secret cultist lair.
I don't think I needed a
you didn't need an ability for that. No, we just curiosity got the better of Frey, and we ended up fighting demons and devils.
I regret nothing.
Although that battle did give birth to Cultist Beaver.
I was just thinking about Cultist Beaver.
Although that was before I pried the portal open. So
don't remind me about Cultist Beaver.
Cultist Beaver is amazing.
The Cultist Beaver is...
The Cultist Beaver is the Cultist Blue Jay.
I love Cultist
highlight
Beaver.
This campaign.
I love Cultist Beaver.
Cultist Beaver.
I can't believe it's become an emoji in our Discord.
It is, yeah. Cultist Fever just makes me think that it would just be the weirdest Saturday morning cartoon show ever.
Coming up next, Cultist Fever.
Why is that the most creepy announcement, boy?
The misadventures of the cultist beaver.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can
100%
imagine
would work.
Cartoon Network doing something like that.
If there are any executives of Cartoon Network watching,
Yeah.
I would like to
I
purchase the
will-
rights to
will-
Cultist Fever.
you can pay me to have the IP of cultist beaver.
Yeah.
Have you filed protection on the
Call
IP?
me. Of course I have.
I still have it as my wallpaper on my laptop.
Amazing.
You do? Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
If there was a Cultist Beaver cartoon, would that also mean there'd be a corresponding Cultist Beaver cereal? What would that cereal be like?
Little blades in it.
No, anyway, no, we're not talking about. No.
The one other thing I do want
Wayfarer's
to
merchandise coming
do
up.
before we rest for the night, I want to finish my spell.
Okay. Roll me a Arcana check.
Well, seeing as we're not fought anything, I'm just going to use my portent.
Fair enough.
And give myself a 26.
Whoa.
And with that, yeah, you can finish off your spell.
Yay! Now I just need to get the.
I hope
material
you've been
component
marking
for it.
down how many days it will take you, because I haven't been.
Yeah, it was 3 days, and this was day 3.
Yeah. So yeah, you can finish off your spell.
Yep. So I just need to get the material components for it now.
What
Nice.
is happening? Frey's just outside playing with her chickens. That's not a euphemism.
Does
Okay.
not sound like a euphemism.
Why would that ever be a euphemism?
You said it wasn't
people
a
have messed
euphemism,
up.
and now I'm just trying to work out how it can be one.
Well, what's
Yes.
another word? What's another word for a male chicken?
I've just thought of it.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh, are you surprised?
God.
No.
regret everything.
I'm holding back the urge to attack you all with a Tarask tonight. Just
Don't do that.
Why? Why would
Just,
you do that to us?
but I won't, because
Because you told us.
I love you all.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just a baby Taras.
Oh my goodness, that would be so adorable.
No,
like a,
would
why
you?
like a
would
little
do
baby
that?
Tarask.
Or like a baby owlbear?
Now I've just got baby Tarask stuck in my head.
That's our new emoji for the distilled server.
Yeah, baby Tarask.
But anyway, so you guys bed down for the night. Nothing assaults you. No strange cultists or demons. No orcs. You will have a quiet night. And you get up the next morning and continue on your merry adventure. I will need another roll to see what today's...
I got a 13.
13. Okay. The day, a lot like yesterday, seems to be clear. As you're continuing to head south, around midday or so, you see the silhouette of figures off in the distance. They seem to be heading in the same direction that you are. And as the day kind of carries on, they get slowly closer and closer, and you see 6 humanoid figures. They all appear to be quite young, all seem to be carrying what looks like a spear each. And as you get closer, you can hear jovial conversation. They appear to be joking. one appears to be strumming a lute and singing a song of adventures and adventures and bravery. And as the day slowly begins to draw to a close, they seem to head off just off the road to camp. And as they do so, one of them, a young human girl, maybe in her mid-20s, she's got kind of short brown cropped hair that kind of sits just above her shoulder. And as she turns, she kind of notices you all and goes, "Ah, another band of merry adventurers. Would you like to join us for evening's meal? So it's safer to camp in a group, and we have food to spare."
We're actually a circus troupe, but I can see how you made that mistake.
Aw.
Okay.
That,
Jen laughs at that comment.
nice for Kez to like tip his hat to John. I just imagine he says that, looks at John and winks like.
Yeah.
As you can tell, it's the off season.
Yeah.
Oh,
The moonlighting is adventures.
Yeah. It's like a side thing we do.
For sure, we'll stay.
Yeah, sure.
Everyone up for it. I'm staying with you.
Marisk is keeping an eye out because this is just after the last time and the cart on the road. He's just like distrusting of random people now.
Okay. She kind of sits down, and one of them, a young man with kind of blonde hair tied up in what looks like a ponytail. He kind of leans and goes, "Laura, what you doing? We can't." And she's like, "It's okay, Corey. Just go with it. It'd be nice to have some company other than your boring ass." And she kind of sits down. She goes, "Sorry for the rudeness. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Laura. These are my fine companions, Corey," and she points to the man with the blonde hair. "That tall mountain of a man is Grant," and she points to a man almost as tall as Hubert, though not quite as broad-shouldered. He kind of puffs out his chest a bit, especially when he sees Hubert. She goes, "This scrawny wee fellow," and she puts her hand on another young man, a lot smaller than the others, and a lot kind of not quite as built out as the others, is Alex. That over there is Becky, and she points to another girl with flowing blonde hair, bright blue eyes, but quite a stern face. And then she points, and the quiet one is Daniel. And she points to the final individual, another young man, again, quite stern face. Looks like that he and Becky might be relatives. And she goes, "So, what sees you traveling south on the roads?" And she's kind of, yeah.
Hubert pipes up and is like, auctions.
She kind of gives you a bit of a strange quizzical look before she goes, "Ah, well, Midtown's very famous for its auction house. You guys must just be coming down from there. Tell me, did you buy anything interesting?"
No, we were outbid.
No,
Just
sort of.
put my hand on Hubert's knee.
We got outbid.
Yeah,
We managed to sell something though.
yeah.
Yeah.
make
A massive demon head that we.
a collective
Down.
make a
guess it's-
collective like group deception check.
Oh.
How do we do that?
We just all rolled.
Yeah, you all
roll.
roll deception because you're all.
Technically, I'm sitting in the back saying nothing with my hood pulled over my face.
Yeah, but it could help us.
I do not want to be involved.
John wasn't very deceptive. He only got an 11.
Okay.
7 from.
Hubert
7.
got 0.
Marina also got a 0.
Oh no.
I got 9.
We're terrible.
Oh no, this is not
I
good.
got 14, if that helps. I'll help a little.
No, it
I don't think
doesn't
it
help.
does.
No.
No,
2
you got-
zeros?
You got 2 zeros,
You
a
people are
7, an
useless.
11, and a 9.
It's probably because everyone talked at the same time.
She looks
We're
at
like,
all
no,
of you.
no.
Yeah.
She looks at all of you with a look of quizzical bemusement, and there's a definite look of I don't believe you, but you're also very well armed, and yeah, she doesn't dig any deeper, but you all get the sense that you've all done terrible in your bullshit.
Mhm.
Frey, you're kind of sat at the back. While you didn't say anything, your hands kind of just over your face, like, oh my god, these guys are all idiots.
Yeah, absolutely.
She
Anyway, yeah, this doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm John.
pleasure to meet you, John. And your friends are?
That's the wizard person over here. That's Marina. The big half-orc bloke. That's Hubert. He's very nice. We got 3 over there. Kez is our resident ranger, and that's Marisk.
Excuse me, John. My name is none of their fucking business.
Sorry, she's called none of your fucking business.
Thank you.
Laura kind of looks at you three and goes, pleasure to meet you, none of your fucking business.
We call her Frey
Thank
for
you.
short.
And she kind of just leans back and starts to hand out this soup that Dan, the slightly quieter looking one, seems to have been making while you've all been talking. And as this goes on, Grant just goes, so he kind of looks at you and goes, so are you all heading south for the war as well?
Not exactly.
No.
We're heading towards Burgate.
No.
We've got some business there.
Are you going to join the army?
That's the plan. We may not all be from Loria, but we'll be fucked if we let our kingdom stand by while our fellow Northmen die.
We're not directly fighting in the war, but we are doing work that is related.
Like diplomatic work.
Yeah. She met the Queen recently.
Very nice woman.
I wouldn't go that far, but she was powerful.
They all kind of stare at you with wide-eyed kind of awe at the mention that you met the Queen. Alex, the big guy, kind of takes a sip of his soup and goes, You're not talking with the Blackheart bastards, are you?
The who?
What?
Those of you all from the north, so Marina, Hubert, John, you would all know that Blackheart is a slang term typically used by Northerners when describing people from the Sari Empire.
No.
No, John and I are from up north.
Yeah. Different parts.
Yeah, no, I come. Is it still Novigrad, or do we change that one?
No, that one's still the same.
Yeah, I'm from Novigrad, and John comes from
Ironwood.
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 Mm.
So, no, we're true Northerners.
Mm.
But we're all working together to help. We want to help end the war before it gets too much bloodshed is spilled. That's not the words. Too much blood is spilled. You don't spill bloodshed.
Well,
Bit late.
Yeah.
I know. Sorry,
Look.
I'm not good at talking to new people.
I
Look.
often find that drink helps me talk to new people.
At the mention of drink, they all kind of perk up and they go, "You haven't got any, have you? You've been on the road for days and..."
Let me go check. I'm gonna pick up my keg and shake it to see how much is left.
I mean, have you been drinking from it every night on the road?
Not every night.
Be honest.
Yes,
I'm
every
sure you
night. Yeah, every night.
You are an alcoholic. We know this.
You've got maybe a third left.
Do we still have the cart, by the way?
Yeah, you guys still have the cart.
Okay, so as I'm picking up and shaking it and figuring out that I only have a third left, I just go... And I open it and I look inside to see how much is left.
Yeah, there's about a third left.
We haven't got any left. I finished it last night.
They all
So
look at you.
predictable.
They all look at you with a look of like they all heard the sloshing of the keg. They all look at you with a look of he's joking, right? Like this is a joke.
No, he has a problem.
I don't have a
Look, mate.
problem. I'm fine.
Look, mate, we heard how much is in there. Give me a drink or I'll set you on fire.
I
Now, how far
I
does
look at the
John's
drink we're
alcoholism
saying.
go?
Oh my
This is a
goodness.
very difficult decision for me.
This
Because
is
on one hand,
Give me a drink or I'll set the keg on fire.
yeah, it's sitting fine.
No hesitation there, though.
I like that when John's life is threatened, he's like, I need to seriously consider which one I value more, my booze or my life. And in the moment it's like the booze is threatened, he's like, well, this is just unfair, isn't it?
We need to
And
have
don't be so transparent.
we need to
I
have
love
an
playing this
intervention
character.
at some point,
Yeah.
Oh,
John.
fantastic.
Yeah, John needs an intervention.
All right, there's your
John,
drink.
you need to not drink that entire thing by yourself, and I need
didn't-
to drink something before I go insane.
Do you give
Yeah, I do.
do you give the up there? They all take a drink quite
Like,
kindly.
Yeah, I
How
get
much
it.
backwash is there?
There's a
Yeah,
little
after
pouring
that
it.
very awkward confrontation.
I'd say to Free, I haven't been drinking all of it. Manus and Kez had a little bit.
That is true. But they had like a drink.
Get
A
some
drink
of
from it.
They had like one
one.
at the beginning.
Yes.
Look, we all know you're drinking it, so fucking give it up.
The 6 individuals that you've met are all take a drink very
Heartedly.
gladly.
I'm assuming that the keg is empty now.
You've got maybe it's not quite empty, but you've got maybe 1 or 2 left.
Yep.
1 or 2
Alright.
servings left.
Alright, just gonna put that back in there and save it for a rainy day, or a sunny day, or a cold day, or a mild day.
Tomorrow.
Or tomorrow.
But no, you guys spend the rest of the evening sitting around talking. You would find out that these 6 individuals all come from the Kingdom of Bowl. They're all from the town of Crossroads. They all seem a bit disenfranchised with the fact that their kingdom isn't doing as much as they think, and so have kind of come south to help the war, to help join the war. Join the war. That's the word I'm looking for.
So, you lads gonna join the fight then?
Corey kind of looks and goes, we all are. All 6 of us, we thought, well, we saw what our king was doing and we thought we should do our part as well. We may not be Lorians, but when one of us is attacked, we're all attacked. That's the motto, isn't it?
What's your combat experience? Been in any real fights or anything?
They all kind of shake their heads. Not really. I mean, Alex grew up on the street a bit, but apart from that, we're
What weapons do they have?
they all appear to have carry a spear, and they all seem to have a simple wooden shield strapped to their backs. They also all appear to be wearing very similar kind of simple studded leather armor.
Can Frey see any like marks on their neck, their shoulders, like brands or tattoos?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
God, no, I'm rolling terribly today. 13.
13. Okay, you as kind of the night's gone on, they kind of start to kind of unstrap their armor a little bit and just take it off for comfort. And you notice that on the sort of the top of the arm where the shoulder is on Grant and Becky, there seems to be a very similar tattoo. You can't quite make it out, though it looks to be a sort of amalgamation of noble sigils. You don't see anything you recognize.
Okay.
Marina's going to do a detect magic.
Okay.
And I've got it prepared, so she'll use a spell slot so as not to take a full 10 minutes trying to cast it. She'll just do a detect magic.
Okay.
So
Nothing.
Nothing on them pings?
No.
You guys have any like specializations or?
Laura kind of goes, I'm handy with a herbalism kit. I was training to be a bit of a healer before the war. And now that you've kind of, at first they all seemed you know, fairly, like young adults. But now that they've all taken their armor off, you get the sense that they're a lot younger. Kind of Corey and Grant look like they're barely old enough to shave. Like they've got some stubble just about growing in, but that's about it. Alex has got a bit of a beard growing, but it's kind of patchwork.
I may ask, how old are you?
You see them get a bit uncomfortable at the question. Becky pipes up and goes, I turn 18 in 3 weeks.
So am I to estimate that you're all roughly around that age?
They all nod, yeah.
Well, I think I speak for nearly everyone here when I say this. Go home. Go. Because what you are facing is not your amalgamation of just people who have been thrown together for a quick war. These are highly trained soldiers. They're not your average farmers. These people have been trained for some of them their whole lives, and some of them have been in wars and battles before, experiences. And what I'm seeing here is, are there 4 of them or 5 of them?
6.
6 of them. What I'm seeing here is 6 essentially children wanting to go off and do their bit. Now I understand that you want to go off and do your bit, but do your bit at home. Leave the soldiering to the soldiers. The best way you can help is by farming or making sure that good food supply. Take my advice. War ain't fun. Go home.
Laura, they all seem to get a bit agitated at that.
Has John ever been in a war?
No.
John's been in plenty of fights though. And from the shit he's seen.
Varys is surprised by the amount of sense that's just come out of John's mouth.
Yeah.
It happens very rarely, but when he starts drinking, he gets a lot smarter.
Has
the opposite effect.
Has Marisk been in war?
No, he hasn't.
Oh,
I have a feeling
Hubert has.
the only character here that's been in an actual war is Hubert.
It's
Definitely not me.
Let's point out.
But as I said, they all seem to get rather agitated at that. And Laura, the girl that first introduced you, kind of looks directly at you, John, and goes, "Who are you to tell me and my friends what to do? If we want to go off and do our part, we'll do it however we bloody well want."
You'll die.
Yes,
I mean,
that's
you'll
just
have
if what-
guaranteed.
10 years on you.
And if we do die, then what of it? Every one of us dies. If we want to go out defending what we believe, our homes, then that's our right as well.
Yes, you're right to be stupid.
Look, been pretty blunt about it, but the fact of the matter is, Frey could kill all 6 of you now with just a wave of her hand. And that's the sort of thing that you're going to see out there. You go out there thinking you're going to make a difference, but none of you have any specialties or training or experience, and you're all very, very young. I mean, I'm young, but you're all very, very young, and if you don't have that specialty, that skill set, that thing that you can bring, the only thing that you're going to actually bring to this war is a target for the enemy.
And and more work for your side. I mean, putting it in your terms, if you want to help with the cause, you should stay out of the way, not give them extra idiot younglings to supervise, not give them more bodies to drag off the field and burn in a pile. Like, you're just causing more work for them because you're just going to die instantly.
These stories about young people that go out there and be heroes and do all these crazy heroic things, those are just stories. There's a lot of reality that comes behind real life like that, and it's stuff that you need to know how to deal with before you jump into it. If you want to go and help, by all means, but don't put yourself in danger to do it. You can help the troops by ensuring that their supply lines are actually supplied, by working to provide food and gear and weaponry for them, get a trade, and actually help.
And
Hey.
providing the population back home so that the people on the front line have someone to actually defend. If everyone fucked off to war and died, then there'd be no point because you're just defending an empty kingdom.
Hey. John goes up to the big. Is it Grant? Is that the big one named Grant?
Alex is the Grant's the big one.
Grant's big one. All right, I'm gonna go to Grant and like whisper under my breath and go to him. So, look, mate. You don't want to go there. See that big fella? That's Hubert. He was in a war. And you know what we have to do whenever he finishes a fight? We have to calm him down before he kills us in a blind rage. The man is fundamentally and broken. That's what war does to you. It fucks you up beyond belief.
Hubert's just sitting there stroking his one-eyed cat. Like,
Now,
John, Marina, and Free, could you all roll persuasion rolls for me?
Oh goodness.
Can I say
Oh.
no because my rolls are terrible? Oh no, I rolled a 19.
That's good.
I think I'm good at perception. Not
Persuasion.
persuasion.
I rolled.
I've got +7 on persuasion, so that's a 26.
Whoa.
I just rolled a normal 17.
I got a 6.
Ray's insane, but she's charismatic as fuck, guys.
Alex, the little scrawny kid, kind of leans over to Laura and just goes, Laura, maybe they're right. I mean, Chris, I don't know, I want to go home. I don't want to die hundreds of miles away from home. And Grant, the big one, who's just been staring at Cuba for the last 5 minutes, kind of leans in and goes, I'm with Alex. I mean, I'm all for defending my home, but I'm not ready to die for it yet. You see Laura, she's kind of got this pout on her face. Her arms are folded and she's just, do what you guys want to do. I'm heading south in the morning.
Can I cast Fireball?
No. Okay.
At a spot close to us, but far enough away that it won't hurt anyone.
Clarify, how dry are the woods? How dry is everything? Like, has it been raining? Is everything wet? Because as much as I would love, as much as I would love for you to make an example, just to shit him up a bit. At the same time, John doesn't want to see a forest fire.
She cast it just behind them, so it explodes on the edge of the radius is right behind where they're sitting.
Okay, you can do that. Yeah.
Do I need to roll anything for that? I don't think.
No, because it's a deck save for. So you can do that. There is as these friends, the mood between these friends seems to have turned very sour. And you get the sense that there's tension between them. There is a giant explosion and a ball of flames erupts. Frey.
Oh God, what?
You kill all of them.
Hi, Orlo.
Oh no.
Hi.
Oh shit.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
Who did I kill? Who did I kill?
And as the fireball subsides, there is this smoldering crater just off from the camp. You can see little fires just beginning to catch and burn.
Marina will immediately jump up and start doing control flames to start extinguishing them.
Okay. No, you were lucky because the woods were about to catch fire.
Yeah.
Oh no, Marina!
I was ready to jump up and do that. Like, the second I saw Frey start her incantation, I was just like, okay.
Frey just when she casts it, leans back and
They all kind of stare at you.
she's just sort of like chilling back with her sort of arms on her knees, like, yeah, you think you can handle that?
And Dan, the quiet one that's kind of just been making stew, kind of leans in and goes, Lord, if that's the kind of stuff that the Empire has, then we don't stand a chance.
Oh boy, they have way worse than that.
Yeah, they do actually have way worse than that.
We're, in the grand scheme of things, even we're not that powerful, and Frey can do that at probably another 3 more times before she'd have to rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
I can make you blind.
Yeah, we
Easily.
could really fuck you up, and we're not even that powerful, so.
Laura's gone very quiet and is kind of just looking at you three. The mood in camp has definitely shifted from a kind of a joyous, a joyous one to a more dour, oh shit, maybe we're in way over our heads mood. Yeah, what would you like to do with the rest of your evening as they're no longer talking to you?
How did BC react to a fireball?
Yeah.
BC just dug its claws into you, Hubert, and kind of tensed. You don't feel anything. You just get the sense that BC's kind of just tensed and kind of hugged in closer to you. But yeah, it definitely did not like the giant fireball.
I just kind of spend the rest of the evening sending off little firebolts here and there.
Frey, stop trying to burn down the forest.
Just trying to make a point to these.
I think you made your point.
You made your point with the massive explosion. This is just this is just making work for me.
Well, that's my specialty, so.
Alright,
well,
Don't worry, she'll get bored soon and start playing with her chickens.
how many of them are there?
30, I think, at the moment.
No, not the freaking chickens.
Okay, what was the question?
They're 6.
How many of the people? There's 6 of them.
They're 6.
I thought we were still talking about the chicken.
No, why would I?
Nobody cares about the chickens.
We always know there are 30 chickens.
Don't you dare undermine the importance of my chicken.
Okay, so I can. Let me have a look. For God's sakes, come on. Sorry, my cursor has disappeared and it's really annoying because I can't select. I'm not trying to select that one. God damn it. And I'm just going to grab my book and check it up manually.
What can Frey do? That's ridiculous.
Everything Frey does is ridiculous.
I heard that.
You meant to.
What are you trying to?
I don't know. I'm just trying to fuck with these kids.
I think we fucked with them enough.
So let's find the thing.
Are they humans?
Yes, they are all human.
So they don't have dark vision?
No.
What are you planning?
Whatever it is, don't.
That's a safe thing to say with Frey, isn't it?
While Marina is looking up.
So okay, so I can. I can only have 9 creatures in the dome. So
And there's what, 12 of us?
there's technically
Screw
13.
them, they can die.
Technically 13 because of the cat.
Oh yeah.
And just screw them, we could die. We just talked them out of dying. It's not as...
Do you not know how Frey's mind works?
Right.
No.
Yeah, that's fair. Even she doesn't know.
We need to work out who's staying in the dome tonight. Then
Hubert.
Outside.
Hubert will volunteer to stay outside as well.
I have to be inside, otherwise the dome goes away.
I'm going to time. Screw you.
They all kind of look at you and they go, if you guys have sleeping arrangements, don't worry about us. I think we need to have a talk about what we're doing in the morning.
Right, but none of you can see in the dark, and there are dangerous things out here, so we'd much rather you guys be inside the dome where it's safer.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I forgot to mention. There are a lot of people / demons that want to kill us. Like a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like
That.
surprising amounts of people want us dead.
Yeah, so let's have you guys...
The dome is a good idea.
Dome is a good idea, we just have to decide who's staying inside. So Hubert and Kez have volunteered to stay out, which leaves...
I want to go out.
Frey has volunteered to stay in.
Okay, so...
Of course she would. She's like, I'm getting my spot.
Yes.
I don't mind. If you
I'll
need
leave
me
the
in, I'll be
The deal
in.
is,
If you
I'll
need
leave the
me out,
chickens
I'll be out.
outside if I can come in.
So Kez and the half orcs will stay out then, and the rest of us will stay in the dome. And I will. I'll set the alarm up. Maybe a bit further out then, and just have it not cover as much of an area, so that we have a bit more of an advance warning if anything tries to encroach on you guys outside. And I'll set the alarm up so it makes a loud noise for everyone.
Okay. So as you set that up, you will bed down for your night's rest. You all have your night's rest, and for those of you sleeping outside, it's a bit more cold than it has been recently. The warmth of Marina's dome no longer insulating you. And you will awake the next morning to find the 6 individuals that you camped with last night. They seem to have left at some point early in the morning.
Well, bye then.
Yeah.
Well,
And
Hopefully,
which way they went?
hopefully not towards the front.
Well, I think there's a way of finding out. Is Kez up? Kez, you awake?
I'm here.
The six young ones from last night have left. Could you figure out which way they went?
I will try and figure out which way they went.
That'll
Can
be
we
great.
try the messagey thing?
Yeah, but that takes spell slots, so...
Okay.
I got natural ability.
Yes, could you roll me a survival check then?
Also, after my portent rolls, I'm really hoping we get into a fight today.
Hmm.
Oh.
22.
22.
What?
Oh, what? Okay.
Oh yeah.
20 and a 19.
You
Let's
Does anyone
go.
crit on a 19?
John does.
John crits on a 19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you find sets of footprints heading back north.
They went home.
That's good.
So you guys,
That's a
Fireball
relief.
actually worked. You're
Um,
welcome.
That's got to be historically the first use of fireball to dissuade and not damage.
That might have saved someone's life, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the irony is not lost on Frey. But she's still proud of herself.
Well, she just got to use it that day, so that's
Yeah, that's what she needs. That's all she wants.
Well, I think I can rest pretty easy knowing that I helped. We all helped save the potentially save 6 innocent lives. Although I sleep easily regardless of what I do.
But also, like to
That-
point out, you
That's
guys are
fair.
pretty crap at persuasion.
I'm not good at talking to people, especially people I don't know, unless I am being crazy angry about something.
Oh yeah, we've seen that side of you. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
but that's fine. They're gone. They've gone home. They're safe. We can move on. It's fine.
Aye.
They're safe unless they run into the orcs on the road back. Just saying.
Sure.
What? No one likes the voice of pessimism in the corner. I see how it is.
Mm,
Well,
Go.
let's
Well.
hope we don't run into more. Well, actually, no. If we do, I'm pretty happy for the day.
well, as you set off on your next day's travel south towards Burgate, you've probably got another 2 days travel before you reach Burgate. We shall pick it up there next time, because I've just had a look at the time.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right.
That
As
was-
much as I would love to continue,
Wonderful.
it is
stuff.
now 11:15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Damn.
thank you everyone who stuck with us this late. That was a bit of a late game for us, but we did have quite a bit of a late start due to technical stuff and setting up this new frame, which looks really awesome. So thanks again to Sarah for that. We've also got a new battle screen as well, which we will hopefully get to show off next session. Because I really want to use my 20 and my 19 in a battle. I got 2 crits just waiting to go.
I'll
But
just be trying to piss everyone off to fight them.
Yeah.
yeah. Once again, everyone, July 4th, we will be doing our Homebrew Lab special. So make sure to tune in for that, because that's going to be a lot of fun. And if you are watching and are actually unfamiliar with who we are the Wayfarers League. You can find us at wayfarersleague.com and join our community on Discord. Did a head count today. We are currently at 312 members. So really some really great stuff going on, and new games happening every single month. So come check us out. It's a lot of fun. We've got a really lovely and supportive community. And if you wish to support us, we have our Twitch, as you can see, so you can subscribe to us on here. We are currently working towards our next Twitch stream goal, which will be to get 20 subscribers. We are currently at, I think, 4 at the moment, but I might be mistaken about that. And we have our memberships on the website, and if you become a member of the Wayfarers League through the website, a paid member, you get a bunch of perks, including early access to all of our games and content, discounts on certain things, lots of really great benefits for it. So make sure to come check that out. And any money you kind of give us goes back into the community and back into our ability to make all this amazing content for everyone. So yeah, otherwise, thanks again all for watching, and we'll catch you guys again next week for the next clusterfuck.
Clusterfuck.
Fuck.
No other word.
Just
No,
say it
there-
how it is. It's a
There,
clusterfuck.
there really is no other word to describe this campaign.
Absolutely. All right,
Party
everyone.
name, the clusterfuckers.
That's our party name.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's it. That's our party name.
It only took us like a year and a half to come up with that.
Anyways,
I don't know.
Thank you all for
Thank you all
watching.
Thank you
for
all.
watching, and
See
good
you all.
night.
Goodbye.